Ladies and gentlemen, this is not M. Night Shyamalan. This is Saturday Morning Cartoons. And welcome back to a live-action telling of the tier list of all the Airbenders with our main man, Tyler. How are you, my handsome friend?
Pretty good, man. I wish we would have hit record on the first try through, but, you know, it is what it is.
It is what it is, and Doug's going to cry in the shower. First of all, yes, like the beard was saying, we have a tier list of all the all the Airbenders going right now, and we were into number 9, but we're gonna go ahead and jump right back.
Whenever we're doing this ranking, we're excluding avatars because avatars are just always a little bit overpowered. So, you know, if we did this, obviously Aang, Kyoshi, Yang Chen, all of them will be at the top. You know, people are going to argue which one's the best. In my opinion, it's going to be Yang Chen out of those, but a lot of people are going to say Aang. Kyoshi moved an island with air, but, you know, there's that whole thing. So, least effective way to do it, but so we're only going to be talking about pure
air today. Baby. Pure air. Yeah, I think we can just jump right in. Number 11, you know, we've got 11 to rank.
Yeah.
We've got to put the baby, Rohan. That's got to be 11. He's a baby. No one else is a baby. I think that qualifies pretty good for 11.
Yeah.
And then now we're caught up where we were.
Almost caught up where we were. What is number 10?
That's what we were talking about. If we were discussing, Doug wanted to do Zaheer, which I think is fine because I don't think he has master potential based on his
arc alone.
Because he's evil. You know, you can't be a master airbender to be evil. Because Kyoshi's mom was an airbender, and then she left and didn't follow the faith anymore, and was, you know, like the leader of this bandit group, and she slowly lost her airbending, like until she was like way worse at airbending than she was when she was a master, because she didn't have the same connection and shit. So that's like the only reason I argue for Zaheer at 10 is because. Yes, he was good, but he was like a martial artist. He was like the Batman of the group. Like, he had the heavy hitters around him. The lava bender, Gazan, the fucking combustion bender, Pali, and then meanwhile, the icicle arm lady. Like,
was he the weakest link in the group?
Well, no. I mean, it didn't work like that, but his airbending was just in addition to his martial arts. I feel like he wasn't. When he fought a real airbender, Tenzin, like, he got dusted. Like, it wasn't close.
Right.
He was outclassed.
It was definitely that. I think he picked up quickly on a lot of things than a lot of people did, but it was really just more of an extension of his martial arts. So, you know, with how obsessed he got with Lahima and trying to learn how to fly, I feel like if he gets obsessed in that way of becoming a master airbender, he could potentially reach that level, but I'm not sure if the motivation would allow you to actually connect spiritually. And that's the thing is, like, you know, you mentioned the stuff about Kyoshi and her mom not being able to maintain it, and that's the cool thing too with air is, even if you look at like Native American traditions and stuff like that, air is always associated with like wisdom and like higher plane and like spiritual intelligence and stuff like that, and that just was not Zaheer's strong suit at all. It was definitely just like, how can I be the strongest dude?
Yeah I'm with you. Yeah, I'm good to put Zaheer at 10. I mean, he was bad. He was a bad dude, but if we're talking pure airbending,
if we're talking about
training
airbending
everybody's got
in
from
the
Tenzin
fashion
is better than Zaheer.
Supposed to happen, and I will say his combat skills are probably above other people on this list for sure. But the actual essence of what airbending is about, I can feel comfortable putting him with 10 on that plane.
Yeah, because I mean, if it came down to like just the martial arts besides airbending, Meelo would still be towards the bottom. He's a child. You know what I mean? If Zaheer wanted to just piece that boy up, no bending, it'd be a loss.
He could punch that boy in the head real quick.
He could make his chest touch, his shoulders touch. You know what I mean? You know, I respect that. Okay, so for number 10, we have Zaheer. Who do we have as number 9?
Yeah, what do you got, Ty? What's 9?
I've got Bumi after that.
I like that.
I like that. Yeah, he's probably the newest airbender on the list.
Yeah.
Because he got his way after everybody. Yeah, I like
Because
Bumi.
what you've got, Bald Guy, Kai, Opal, Bumi all get their bending around the same time, right?
Bumi got his way after. I feel like they found Kai and everybody first.
I haven't watched Korra in a hot minute.
Yeah, maybe that's wrong. I feel like Bumi gets his like well after Tenzin's already been training everybody for some reason.
You might be right. Like I said, it's just been so long since I've watched Korra. I should have caught up a little bit before we did this, but
Me too.
I would say Bumi, even like, because I remember things that Kai and Opal did versus like Bumi just like fumbling around and falling on his face and all of that kind of thing. And so I just gotta put, and you don't see combat skills from Bumi outside what he already knows how to do from being in the military and that kind of thing. And so I can't put him above Kai. I can't put him above Opal. I can't put him above anybody else. So it's gotta be Bumi, even though I love Bumi.
I respect that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel that 100%.
So that's number 9 is Bumi.
Yep.
So I am at a tie right now for number 8 with Kai and Opal.
Well, we still got Bald Guy with mustache, so he doesn't have a name.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I think he does, but I don't know it. You know who I'm talking? The bald guy with the mustache.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. Yeah, he doesn't want to shave his head, but then Tenzin has to talk him into it for like the spiritual meaning behind it and all that kind of thing.
I'm down to put him at number 8 then.
I think he's got to go 8 before Opal and Kai.
Okay.
Yeah, he has to.
Yeah, he's better than Bumi, but he's still not great.
I respect that. I completely forgot about him. Damn.
Okay, now let's go to your 7 will be...
Yeah, my 7 is a tie then for Kai and Opal.
I think it's a good place for them.
Yeah, I can't actually really differentiate one skill level over the other.
Like 6 and 7 aren't a issue of ranking. It's just damn, I flipped a coin, so that's why you're 6 and that's why you're 7, because you both were equal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm willing to put Kai 7, Opal 6.
I like that. Yeah, Opal's Beifong, so she's automatically Nepo baby. She gets a step up.
Sorry.
After that, we've got Jinora, Ikki, Meelo, Tenzin, Monk Gyatso, and is that all?
I think that's it. Yeah,
Jinora,
I think
Ikki,
that's
Meelo,
all the
Tenzin.
Ones we got left.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Jinora, Ikki, Meelo, and Tenzin, and Gyatso.
Is Meelo or is Ikki a worse airbender?
Ooh.
Because the other 3 are all masters. Tenzin, Monk Gyatso, and Jinora.
It's kind of hard because obviously Meelo's younger.
Yeah.
He
has the most potential.
I'd say he's the only fart bender that we have confirmed.
He's the only fucking fart bender. Oh, I forgot about that. That's one of my least favorite scenes ever. I really hated the fart bending.
I loved it just because I love fart jokes, man. Man. I would say Ikki probably still out edges Meelo, just on some technical skills and some technical knowledge because she's older. I think that she also might be a little bit more spiritually connected than Meelo, for like astral, like spirit projection and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, that makes sense. I like that. Yeah. Meelo at number 5?
Yes.
Yeah, Meelo at 5, and then I definitely say Ikki 4.
Yeah, gotta go Ikki at 4 then. So she didn't really get her very many moments to shine that I can think of in Korra. She just kind of had like
she's just always the sister that's always there, like between the two. Because all of Korra focuses around as far as the airbending goes, either Korra or Jinora or Tenzin.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now it comes down to like the hard. What do we have? 3 left. It comes down to the hard 3.
We've got 3 left.
Yeah.
So realistically, I want someone to explain to me why Jinora is better than Tenzin or Monk Gyatso.
She's the
She
only
is the youngest airbender to get her tattoos, even younger than Aang at 11 years old, becoming a master. I would say, can't say about Gyatso, sure, but she is by far the most spiritually connected, because she was even more spiritually connected than Aang was.
Yep.
And Aang was an extremely spiritual avatar.
Yeah, she was the only one to do
as far
spiritual
as some
projection.
of those things go, Jinora has way more potential now. Obviously, her skills aren't going to match Tenzin's yet, but I feel like they put Korra above Tenzin, actually.
Yeah.
Okay, so
which might be a hot take.
That's a tough one to call because it's like Tenzin is like once in a generation airbender, like he's just a phenomenal master or whatever. But Jinora is spiritually, like her spiritual connection and spirit projection and shit, she's like a once in 100 generation in that aspect of airbending. So it's like she's just such a more of a phenom or whatever in that aspect of airbending than Tenzin doesn't has that connection, like period. And she has that connection better than anyone in recorded airbender history.
Right.
Like, so yeah, I think Jinora above Tenzin for sure. Tenzin probably 3, I would think. He's a badass fighter. He's cold, but Jinora is higher, I think.
Okay, so then number 3
and then like even whenever Tenzin's trying to train Korra about the spiritual things, like Tenzin's like, bro, I've never been in the spirit realm.
Yep. Yeah, and she had that connection. Yeah,
like immediately.
Easier. Yeah. Yeah, I like Tenzin at 3.
Okay.
Do we put Jinora 2 with Monk Gyatso at 1, or do we put the other way around?
I think Gyatso is at 1, and I can get into that a little bit. But like, first, I can't not talk about Tenzin without talking about like how great his combat skills were. So like, you know, in the new Legend of Korra like intro, wherever you see like as the new like airbender person that is doing the bending and doing the same like shot, and Tenzin does the exact same movement fighting Zaheer. Like kicking the air and like shooting behind him. And bro, okay, so like Aang's air scooter is cool and all. Tenzin's is wild. And I feel like it is wildly more effective as like a defensive mechanism.
Yeah.
And so like some of the stuff that Tenzin came up with was just, so I feel like Tenzin sometimes gets like crapped on. Mm-hmm. And because of like, you know, getting beat by the Red Lotus and stuff, but I'm like, he was fighting 4 people, bro.
Well, listen, he was beating Zaheer's ass like until the other ones interfered, and even when it was 3v1, he was still whooping ass until Pali like gave them support from the air. You know, like he was cold at fighting because he's also probably one of the first airbenders ever to be like the son of the Avatar and an airbender, but also the son of a waterbender, you know? So he's got like, he's got the mentality of a monk, but then he's also inherits the rage of Katara, you know?
Yeah.
So he's like a monk with the fucking rage and the anger of...
And the mix of a bloodbender.
Yeah.
You gotta forget that.
It's just like, first of all, he had parents, which is something that monks didn't have back in the day. And then also, you know, he's part waterbender or whatever, however that works. I don't know.
He got a dad, unlike, you know, Bumi and... Sorry.
Burn! Got him!
Yeah, I think that's the list.
Okay, so, Ray, run it down for us. Who's our top 11?
We've got, at 11, we've got Rohan the baby. At 10, we've got Zaheer, who will never be able to master airbending. At 9 is Bumi. 8 is bald guy with the mustache. 7 is Kai. 6 is Opal Beifong. 5 is Meelo. 4 is Ikki. 3 is Tenzin. 2 is Jinora. And 1 is Monk Gyatso.
Damn.
Now, and we didn't actually talk about how Gyatso got that one title, though.
Oh, we didn't talk about Gyatso at all.
Oh, no. But we know. First of all, Tyler, you go ahead. You had said it earlier. You took the words out of my mouth, but you go right ahead.
Yeah, so Gyatso is fighting the freaking Fire Nation, powered by Sozin's Comet, around his dead body whenever Aang finds him going into the Avatar state. Gyatso's taken out dozens of people Firebenders, like, they're most powerful that they've ever been, powered by the comet. And then you see even little stupid things like that very first part where like Aang and Gyatso are like just making the little dumb fruit pies. And then Gyatso just like clubs a dude from like football fields away. Like, to be that precise with your aim is just wild.
I respect that.
Yeah.
That scene alone.
And if we're... Go ahead.
No. That scene alone is just iconic. You go ahead.
Yeah, and then if we're including the Netflix version of Avatar, which I don't know if people would or not, but like you see Gyatso obviously has to be, because you don't see it necessarily in the cartoon, but Gyatso has to be so spiritually in tuned to be able to put himself into the spirit world like Iroh did.
Right.
That's true, yeah. Yeah, that just shows his level.
Damn, you're right.
That's good points. Yeah, Monk Gyatso's won by far, I believe.
Non-avatars, yeah, for sure. It's definitely Monk Gyatso.
Yep.
Respect alone.
Yeah, I think that's the list.
That's perfect.
Next list up is what? What
do we got next?
element do you think we'll rank next, Ty?
I feel like the next easiest one to talk about is probably going to be actually waterbenders, because there's less waterbenders than there are earthbenders or firebenders.
Yeah, that's true. All right, next video will be ranking waterbenders then.
I love it.
There we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, this has been another great episode of Saturday Morning Rankings. We have had our incredible guest, Ty. Thank you so much for being on the pod, my friend. You are an absolute great guest. I love it. Even better. Oh, snap. That's what I'm talking about.
Dude, I just put my thumbs up. I didn't do that, whatever that did in the background.
What? You didn't do that?
I just do this. Did it. Do it again. Yeah.
Dude, what in the fuck?
I didn't touch anything.
Apple taking over, dude. Exactly. That's how I feel in my stomach every time you're on the podcast, my friend. Just
That's
fireworks
crazy.
going off like Katy Perry. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been Saturday Morning Cartoons. I am Doug. This is Ray. This has been Tyler. Please drink plenty of water. Be safe. And don't forget, Monkey Gyatso's #1. Put some respect on his name. Be safe. Bye.
Hey, what happened? Why are those squiggles on the screen?
Those are called end credits, Patrick.
End credits? But I don't want it to end!